Okay, it says I'm live here. Let's visit our channel. Let's do some questions then. Move zeros. Given an integer nums, move all the zero to the end of. Okay, you have to do this in place without making a copy of an array. Okay, so we are supposed to do this in place. Let's do this using copy. Okay then. Okay, let's take a pointer for I in range of length of nums. If my nums of I is 0, then we are doing nothing but continue. Instead, let's just okay. So it is if it's not 0, let's just do this then. Nums of I equal. Okay, so nums of if it is not 0, let's suppose I'm here and make I whatever the nums of j is. And let's make nums of j 0 and also I plus. So let's increment the I. Let's see. Let's try submitting it. So we are getting this error. Nums of expected one. Let's just say if my of num if my n, then just continue. Let's put this in. Let's try this. indentation error. Let's see. Continue. Let's better pass it. Okay, we are getting this error again. So instead, what we can do, let's try this. I'm not saying it is 0. Now, in this case, what we can do is, now in this case, you can say it is 0, it is 0. So, how many zeros we have encountered so far? Previously, I was getting this error. Let's see. Yes. Let's say if my nums of j is 0. So if it is 0, let's counter to 1. And let's say counter here 0. And for loop for j in range. Not in range, but specifically for j in range of count nums of n minus j is equal to 0 minus 1. Let's try to this. This is a medium level question according to the. Okay, we are accepted. Let's see, next question is subsequence. Okay, so ABC C is not okay. A subsequence of a string is ABC AX. Okay. So what we can do, let's take our I counter here and change this. So let's say max using this length of S, length of T. Let's say a variable ij. Also, let's check our overall variable k. Let's take k. While my k is less than max. Now let's check if s of I is equal to s of j. In this case, what we are doing, okay, so in this case we will be incrementing both the variables. Now we are taking a special case if my I is equal to length of s. So in this case I return true. Okay, otherwise else I'm just incrementing this. This return false. Okay, and apart from that, we forgot to. So what is this case for? I don't. Case for overflow, I guess. Let's try doing this. this case we are getting this error. If my so instead of max, or what we can really do is, no, if my, let's say, n length of s and m to be length of t, if my n exceeds m, then only we can return false, and otherwise let's just eliminate this factor. Instead, what we are doing, we are putting here j. Case this, okay, I think I for okay, so max is not defined. Instead, what we can do, yep, this is what I was forgetting. Again, this test case is not running. Okay, is it length of s? If this is equal to this, okay, in this match, let's print yes. Why is it written? 3 times it is saying yes. In which case? In this case, in this a is equal to, okay, let's just, okay, this is the thing here. I think it should run now. Yes, let's try submitting it. Okay. Okay, so let's see the constraint. Okay, they could be 0. If my n is 0, what are you supposed to return then? What are we supposed to return? Simply true. If my m is 0, then if this becomes 0, if this is a subsequent, empty will be false. If both are, if this is the case, return false. If my n is also 0 and my m is also 0, then in this case I will be returning true, I guess. So let's see here. Okay, these test cases are very important. Don't neglect them. Okay, so we are beating 70%. Now let's move. Okay, so in this you are given an item. There are n vertical answers as a 2 endpoint I. Okay. This error just synced now. Okay, what are we? I guess here. Let's start. Also, let's say size to be length of height. Let's try this strategy while my is less than j, less than equal to. If they become both become equal, then the width is going to be 0. So let's just not use this. So this is my width. What is my width? So j minus I plus 1. J minus I plus 1 is my width. And also, so how much minimum of both? So let's take, we are here and we are here. So how much water can I store in here? So left, let's say it is GIGST of I. In the right, we can say GIGST J. And minimum, let's say minimum of left, comma right. And how much of the water can we hold? And we can hold like, let's take a let's take max water, sorry, max water initialized by this max water equal to math instead this max water comma and the height min 1 multiply bit. If my let's say, now we have to move the pointers as well. If my left is a lower than right, in this case let's just move to what if they both are equal? Let's just gamble this. So we will moving forward. Else part we are moving down. Just return max water. And okay, instead of n we should have. Okay, so you're getting this. Maybe just because we did this. Okay, so we are submitted. Let's move on to this question. Okay, so you're given an integer and array nums and remove them from the array. Okay, in an operation you can pick two numbers from the array whose sum are equal to k and remove them. The maximum number of and you can perform on the array. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have to empty the array, I guess. So what are the constraints? Okay, we have to do this in big of n. So let's just think differently. I guess this question is a variant of two sum. So what we can think here, just okay, let's suppose I'm 1. Okay, so I have to find 4, not yet 2. I have to find 3. Now as soon as I reach 3, I can find 2, which is already present, so we can increase the counter to 1. And as soon as 4, let's take this example, we found 3 and 3 is required. Okay, so we are here and 3 is required. As soon as I find the 3, so we are left with only 1. Okay, now we are here since they have been deleted. So okay, like we need a map. Instead, like we can use a dish. So yeah, for I in range Now what we can do, let's say my n is length of nums. Now length of nums. Now let's say if my k minus nums of I, if my wait Python operation. I'm quite familiar with Java, but I don't know what are the method. Return the value. Values. If my d dot contain, if my d do not contain, if my d do not cannot, if not not d not contains what this, then if it has it, then what we can do is, let's suppose if there is, like, if I'm, let's suppose I'm 4, there is one present, like 5 minus 4 and 1 is present. So let's suppose 1 is present. Okay, then what I can do, I can d dot d dot keep up. Wait d dot from key get item d dot put is the d dot update. So what we can do, d dot update. Okay, what I'm supposed to update, d dot get. Wait, let's update. Yep. Again it will be taking, let's just do what fiber. Let's just think d dot get. So before, this is my before value, so this was before d dot get whatever. So this is was basically the count of that thing. Let's suppose they in this case 1. So after d dot get, no, what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to do -1 before -1. Now d dot, now it is with this one thing, d dot get. Okay, so we know 1 is present 1, so delete function. So if containing the case, I'm gonna update value in dict update function. Okay, straight up it is saying do this after. Now we have updated the value if that thing is present, otherwise we are what we are doing. Okay, again we have to take a count. No, otherwise otherwise d dot nums of I is equal to get or default function in Python. Back in Java there was a function and that we can basically update. So what if that thing is present, whether if it is present or not, but in this case let's say 1. So let's check this also. If my d contains nums I, so what we can do, d whatever the value is, please add 1 in that value. Instead what is it now, size, d dot size, it should be greater than 0 and then only we can check. And also let's do this here as well. And after that, have I incremented the count? No, I haven't. Just if I'm doing this, let's increase the count by 1. And here return count. Let's see. I don't know if length of d, maybe I don't know if even this is true or not. Let's see again. Length of d. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this onto the chat GPT thing and ask if my logic is right. Is my logic right? If not correct, it also. Let's just see this. Okay, if I would have used this, if correct mine with minimum changes and use my logic and variables. Is this question follow? I according to me, it do follow to some 99%. It will be saying yes. Yep. So, and also let's just analyze what we were doing. What were the mistakes we were doing? So we made a d count len prime range if in d. So okay, this has updated. This is also right. Like here, instead of putting it over here, it has no connect. Yes, it should be greater than 0, or it can also check if the dictionary size is also greater than 0. According to me, it is irrelevant because as soon as it reaches, like as soon as it, if my like if my after is 0 del, we can straight up delete this d of whatever the key was, k minus num psi only. So after updating, this will be coming in else part, not this but this. Yes, let's put this onto the chat GPT. Have done these changes also. Yep, ChatGPT is also saying you will be able to pass all the test cases, but I don't know why it is taking a lot of time in here. Okay, we are accepted. Let's just move on to sliding window. There are so many tough questions in sliding window. Okay, what it is saying, you are given an find a contiguous subarray whose length is equal to k. Okay, for okay, we have to find the of size for whose average will be maximum. So we have to maximize the average. Okay, let's straight up. We are saying let's say be nums equal to 0 and equal to let's put this onto this also while my j is less than n, and like if my j minus I plus, I'm supposing here 0 1 2 3, so j 3 minus 1, so 0 plus 4, if that is equal to k, yes. So some average, let's say average, let's start with this. It could either be positive or it could be negative. So it okay, so there are this much value. We will be starting the, so we are saying our current average is negative infinity, and yes, some is, let's say while my I is nums f I. Okay, as soon as I reach this, so okay, so as soon as I reach this, what we can do, so my average, current average will going to be average divided by 4, and let's try updating it. Current average, current avg, okay, we are done with this. We have updated the maximum. Now what we can do, as soon as I reach here, so let's minus whatever the thing here is, and also let's increase the I also, and here j by 1, and just return the average here. I don't know what it is saying. Let's just put this here. In Python, I'm asking. So why it is giving me such type of errors? Okay, so there are so many other methods. Let's try this. np is not defined. Import numpy as okay as np. Now we are getting this error. Okay, so my let's see what my current average is, so we can interpret what is going. Okay, my current average is infinity. Okay, my current averages should be this, not this. Okay, it is finding of. Okay, so how many windows can be possible? One, then comes two. So there are three possible. In the second window, we will be getting the j minus I plus 1. In this, it is saying, okay, we can reach up to this much. Okay, what my current sum is. Sum. Okay, the thing is here. It should be right. Okay, we are getting here. 12.75 np dot infinity. If my n is 1, just return whatever the value is. Straight up we can say here num set 0. I don't know whether if to this, if let's try the multiple test cases. Okay, so let's try this. 93. If this works, we will be submitting our solution. I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think. Will test case. So why is this invalid? Okay, so I forgot to copy this, and it should be working. Okay, the output is average is unnecessary detail because key is fixed. Okay, so what we can do, we can straight up find the maximum key sum instead, and we'll try. This logic is also good. Sum. Let's say this is my sum, and okay, so overall sum, let's say here 0. It could be negative, so let's just initialize this by minus negative and p dot inf. So average overall sum here, and here the sum. As soon as I reach here, update them whatever the maximum is. Just let's try doing this. And also we forgot, it should be throwing error because we forgot to divide it by k. Yes, it is running. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, given a string, return the maximum number of vowels in any string. Okay, return the maximum number of vowels. Okay, so in this case, I of k. Okay, 3. And this is also a classic sliding window question. Okay, let's make a function whether to tell if something is if some character is vowels or not, and return if my ch is a, or my ch is ae, or my ch is I. Let's just copy it. Okay, so I need to maintain the dictionary as well. Yeah, I guess I have to do. Wait, let me just think if I need to maintain the dictionary. I don't think if there is a need of dictionary. Length of as while my I is less than n. So if let's just take here. If my j is less than, if if let's make a function, not a function but a feature. Let's if my self dot is vowel, so current equal so j, if that is a let's say max is my -1 and my count is 0. And here what we can do, what we can do, if, let's say this by 1. Now if my j minus I plus 1, if it is equal to my k, so okay, so let's try updating max count and the max itself. Now if my Now, a point to consider. If my s of I is my, if it is a vowel, self dot is vowel, my s of I. So let's increment the count by one because we are moving forward, and also I plus y. Make it that's all. And here let's say return maximum. I guess that's all the things. Okay, so we are getting here, let's say max, because it is a keyword, I guess. So that is why we cannot assign a keyword, a reserved keyword. Okay. Yep. Here we forgot to do the change. I don't know why it is giving me error. Max is not a valid type of integer. What do you mean by that? I have done everything right. If that is integer, can you please move to next? Build max. Max. Let's, I don't know why it is giving me error. Let me save it. And now let's run it. I don't know, count. If that is a vowel, count as soon as I reach K. Update the max. If it is a vowel, count by one. I don't know why it is giving me error. Let's chat GPT it. And the reason why I use ChatGPT because it gives the solution very fast. Okay, I got the I got, and it should be max. Now it will be fine, I guess, except the case A E I O U. Except the case if my K is greater than S. In this case, we will be returning the minus one thing. Yes, it should be done. That's why we were getting this here. If K is greater than S, if my K, okay, K is an integer, what, okay, instead of this, I should have used this. Let's move on to the next question. Yes, we are certain submitting this. Max consecutive ones. It is third part, okay. So return the maximum number of ones in, okay, I have to flip zeros to make the maximum number of ones, okay. I have to make the maximum number of ones, okay. Okay, I can flip this much of. Okay, so let's suppose I'm doing this. I'm here, okay. I encountered this one, but as soon as I encountered this zero and this zero, I tried to flip them, and the maximum which I could got up to was 5. Okay, now I will move the I pointer forward, and as soon as I reach 0, now I can make these much of 6. This can also be flipped, but in the solution it is said okay, I'm done with solution. Let's try solving it. Nums I equal 0, and let's say I'm also at 0. And the max, let's say, while my j is less than n. Now if now this much of the thing we can flip. Max that is when I'm making a helper value flipped. So this much of the things I have flipped. If my, so let's suppose if my flipped is less than n, okay, not less than but less than k, and my current value nums of j is also 0. So let's suppose here, so what we can do, we can basically flip this. So let's say I flipped this hypothetically. So increment this, and we could do this method, not method max, but straight up we can say max comma j minus I plus 1. Now, but as soon as my this reaches k, point to be noted, let's suppose I'm here and I encountered this. Now thing to be noted, note if my current but to mean my current, if my nums at j is equal to 0, not 0 but 1, I can straight up say okay, keep moving. I'm putting this in elif part. Now let's put this into elif part as well, because yeah, because why not. So I'm here as soon as I reach here. Now while my nums at I is not equal to 0, I will keep moving until I find 1, 0. So keep moving. Okay, so what do you mean by keep moving? As soon as I reach here, it will reach here, so it will do what? As soon as I reach here, it will do nothing but flip to -1. Okay, let's suppose we could have done this. Like, just think for a bit. Yeah. And after all, we did not increment j, only the part when j is incremented. J is meant to be incremented every time, so I cannot increment j here. So instead, putting this, put this in, and else increment the j, and we did and return the max part. Let's see if we could reach up to the solution. I think we missed something. If it could be either, instead I could have done this. Okay. Okay, we are getting this error. Okay, and in this case we are getting expected is 10. Okay, so what we are getting, let's suppose 0. Suppose keep increment. Okay, so here I guess I was doing okay, so it could be, it is in the participation of this. So this is, again, according to me, it should be right. Let's try printing max for every window size. Print max. It should be printing 5. And straight up to 8. 8 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, 3. It is incremented 3. Straight up 3. एक तो okay, nothing is meant to be noticed here as well. If we could not put this into expand, if my float is less than, or my current value is j, my current value is 1, then only we are updating this. We are getting this error expected. My output is this flipped. So in this flipped, I don't know what. I think I gotta do this. I'm here. Let's move the I by 1 now. It should be running, I guess. It should run. I don't know why it is giving me. It is taking a lot of time. Let's just copy, otherwise, to avoid our code loss. Let's try. Let's copy. Let's try reloading this. I guess my I part is doing some error. Why? Let me show you. Okay, my I is, it is not printing my I. Wait. So my code is not able to reach all the way up to here. Then there's some error. Flipped. Why why it is not printing my wait print. Let's just print y. If it will not print my y, let's just straight up say this is my if part. List out of okay why okay and I should end. Let's put the end condition considering the case where they on it is going to be all ones. Now it is printing only this. No, what we were doing, we were printing our eye. It should land 0, 1, 2, 3. It should be on fifth position. 16, 17. Which case is this of? I is less than n. We are also saying flipped -1. Print flipped. Flipped. Yes. It should like. It should now. It should be like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah. It is going to be same only one condition. I don't know why I'm getting this error. Let's just chat GPT it. I don't know why I'm getting this error. It will automatically debug it. Numj is 1, okay. Okay, I'm saying if okay, no, I shouldn't be saying this. No. I shouldn't be saying this. If my numj is equal to 0, okay. So instead you can just update this. This was my idea. Okay, my one code is running and one is not. And let's try doing this. Now I think we are good with it, I guess. Not yet. So this part is right because we are, let's suppose we are skipping it. Now we are moving on to the next one. I don't know why it is giving me. Let's just put this onto the chat GPT. Correct. Mine with minimum changes. Mix. Okay, let's see. Okay. Nice. If it exceeds, okay. If it is not equal to, but to exceeds, okay, the thing we missed. If it exceeds, then only we can do this. And straight up, let's just do this. Right, yes, I'm right here. Okay, I'm getting this error still. I don't know why we are saying we have this error. again, if case it is less than k, and we are not updating here. Okay, if my k flipped, it should be working, I guess. And the major point that we were missing here is this greater than. Okay, I'm still getting this error. What am I returning? I'm returning the max as well. Again, it is giving me error. I don't know why it is giving me again error. Where have I set this? If it is equal to 1. Where have I set this? Wait. In this code, it says this is my. And according to me, this should be the wrong answer. Yes. Now ChatGPT is tripping now. Okay, so this code is wrong. And I don't know where I'm missing. There's something I'm missing. I don't know what is that. Okay, I got it. So while okay, this thing we are getting wrong. Cause if my while my flipped is greater than k, if my nums I, if that is equal to 0, so in this case we are just doing this thing now. It should be working now. It should. Okay, I'm wondering why it didn't give me TL error, but just move the increment. Okay, again it is giving me error. I don't know why. That is equal to 2. There's no need to worry about that. While flipped, you can straight up say, but why just not here? Straight up, if you're saying this. Wait, it is so much confusing to me. And why is that? Was if let's suppose I'm here, it will keep checking. But this could also be the possible solution. Okay, let's just move on to the next question. Okay, this is the last question. Okay, so given your so we should delete one element from it returns. Here, instead of using something like counter, we can just use a boolean. That's a flag. Let's point this to be true. False. And do our thing. Num and I equal 0 and j equal also 0. And while my j is less than name, if not flag, I mean if it is false and current number is my, if my current number is 0, so make the flag true. Okay, I made the flag true. Okay, then now what? So let's just also ignore that maxer thing for now, because we will update it later. Here we will be updating it here. Maxer dot max comma j minus 1 plus 1. Okay, and also this thing. Okay, not just before it, right before it. If that thing is flag, okay. If okay, so suppose I'm this I'm here, I'm not sure, and the max will update it. Okay, if it is flag. Okay, my if flag and my and current value is this, then what we can do, and I'm here, so let's make the flag false first, move the I while my while my since there is only 1 0, so why did I make this? Let's just try this, otherwise I have other is not equal to 0, so we'll just keep increment it. Instead what happen, if my current value becomes 0, can you make the flag false? That much only. Now I'm here. Okay, let's suppose I was here. Now I need to increment it. Max will update it accordingly and just return the max. Okay, let's see if these things work. Okay. Now I have to handle this thing again. Instead of while flag, if my current value means 0 is 0, can make the flag false. Okay, let's try this thing. I don't know why it is taking a lot of time. What does that mean? It should be equal to 0. Okay. I just did this wrong. Hope it won't give me indentation error. If my current value is flag, well, flag, as soon as my value becomes 0, keep increment the I, and yes, it should be working, I guess. Why it is taking it? I don't know why it is giving it yearly. Because if not flag, if something okay, if that is flag means we have already current value is 0. Okay, so while it is flag, while true, if okay, it was supposed to be outside the loop. Okay, it is giving me okay 2, 3, 5. No, was I supposed to add this? Because after this, I will be moved to the next pointer. Okay, and it is giving me error. Why it is giving me error? Okay, let's suppose I'm here. Okay, let's if not flag into 0, can we make this flag true? Okay, it should be an elif part, I guess. Yes, I guess we got the key. Now I will be moving to the next and it will print me the right result. Okay, again we are getting this error. We are getting error. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm getting this error. Okay, only one test case is failing. I don't know why. In this case, okay, let's just run it. Just don't think about it since it is a zero-based indexing. Okay, so it is running here. If I do here, so 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. If I do this here, after deleting them. Yes, so we have to make the deletion. If this would have been deleted, okay, let's suppose this is the largest array that we could form. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now what is its actual output? If we're getting 7 as output, okay. If I do this, because we have to delete 1 and plus 1 here. Again, we are at the same result. I don't know why. Let's just move this. Now do this. Now there will be there's something I'm doing wrong, I guess. Let's just put on this onto the chat GPT. Man, it's been long. Okay. This is what I'm doing. Okay, it was meant to be -1. But for this case, it is not running. Let's try ChatGPT code. Let's try this. Let's run this. And this won't run as well according to me. Yep. Okay, it has just dropped this flag logic. Instead, it has used count. So let's do this. Instead, let's put the flag. So only this one. So if my flag, okay, we have set this to 0, is less than 0, and my j, num set j is 0, then only we can say increment the bus. Else if my flag, instead just drop this, my flag, if it somehow becomes greater than 0, like in this case, so we'll be doing this. And instead, let's just do this. Either this or this. Okay. Okay, I forgot to do this. -1. Now let's see if this runs or not. Okay, it is considering that it comes under this part. Now it should be running. Okay, 3 of the test cases are wrong. I don't know why. Now this time I'm straight up copying pasting because I'm tired of this. Now why my code was not returning? We did everything like the ChatGPT did, but instead it has used just j-1. That is not a big thing. Let's see our problem. If my flag is less than, so it has said if it is equal to 0. So what was the condition? Okay, 8 if less than, it should be 1. That's why we are getting error. Again we are getting, while my flag is less than, if it is equal to 0, I plus plus j. Now this is also fine according to me. Okay, 0 0, then okay, less than j if my This is also correct. This is also correct. While flag is greater than, if my num set to flag minus. Don't you think this is also right? But it is not running completely. Why it is not running? Let's see. Let's try running this. It is not running as well. Let's try this. I ChatGPT is also tripping. This, this code not running, as well. It is taking a lot of time. Okay, I got it. If we want the number to be exceed, now it will be running. Yep. And I'm quite tired. Now time to say goodbye to YouTube. Not goodbye, but bye.